Hey, welcome back guys, welcome back to my channel. You're watching Grid 3D tutorials and I'm Toby, your tutorial guy for today and probably a lot of times. Well, today we're going to be texturing the tire tread. Before I do that, I want to say thank you, a big thank you to you guys. I'm up to 300 subscribers, so I would love to say a really big thank you for that. Thank you so much. I didn't think I would get here this fast, actually. So, well, without further ado, let us get into it. So this tire, I actually did something, thought about it really hard. So I was quite embarrassed about the whole thing here, what I did here by just slapping a shrink wrap modifier onto it. So that was quite, I don't know, should I call it lazy or amateur or whatever. So, well, you guessed it, we're going to delete this guy, just scrap it away. So we're going to take a pretty much entirely new approach to this tire. We're going to redesign the whole thing, just make some little tiny adjustments to them. So let's go ahead and slide this to the center and just change the overall shape of the tire. So let's scale this up a bit. And so these ones here, one, two. Or you can just click this center one and hit Ctrl plus, so you can get everything on that side. So now you can just move this on the inside, move it a little bit on the inside. Yeah, so that is cool. So we need our tire to be a little bit thinner or something like that. Let's move this in, scale, okay, sorry, let's take everything. Oh, sorry, it's on a mirror modifier, so let's just forget about that. So, side view, select that one there and then Control plus till you get everything there. Control plus, okay. Now you can just scale this out a little bit, like so. Let's see, is that okay? Then let's hit Control I and see if we can make this one a little bit thinner. Scale S, just make it thinner and scale it out a bit. Yeah, that's cool. By the way, what I did there was Alt S, nothing fancy. So let's see, move this out a bit to kind of align it properly. So GX. By the way, mind you, this one might take a little while, might be long, so buckle up, we have a lot of work to do. So from here now, you're going to select this again and hit that Ctrl plus till you get to this side here. So just extrude this, cancel it, and move it on the x-axis, GX, and just a little bit, not too much, like so. Yep. Okay, now we have a nice little small bump there. So what you want to do is Ctrl R and add one loop cut there and leave it at the center. So that is it. So now we have this cool looking tire right here. So newsflash, my mouse is already misbehaving again, so I really need to gather some money and get myself an original mouse instead of buying all these stupid knockoffs. So let's take this and scale it up a bit so we can get a really nice crease to the top of the tire. So scale this up too. Yeah, I think this is looking quite nice. Yeah, so now onto the texturing. Is this? Oh, okay. We have a rogue vertices here, so just delete these. That's all. So scale this up. Yeah, that's cool. So now for the texturing, I'm gonna link the put a link down in the description for you guys to download the files we're gonna use here. So move on to the UV editing. So now we need to separate these two parts with that line we fixed there at that corner. So as this one's selected, you can hit Ctrl plus one more time, and till you get to one, just hit till you get to the boundary of one of it. So once you've selected that, you can just hit P and then separate selection. So now we have one side for that and the other side for this. So Now we're going to texture this side first before moving to this side. So now you on the thumbnail, as you can see, we have two different tires there. So one of it was for the designed tire thread that has all these teeth and the rest. Well, the other one was like an F1 sports car tire thread that has grunges on the surface of it to get traction, not those designs. So we're actually going to do both of them. The other one is easier than the first one. This one has some sort of, you know, defects to it. It's not perfect. So let's just get into it. So we're going to actually create a material first. So we're going to open and divide this place right here. So let's change this to the material preview, shader editor. Press N to get this out of the way, and come over here and new material. So let's call this T-thread 1. So let's leave it at that. So now we need an image texture to put on this. So as I said, the link is in the description to download all the textures you will need for that. So it was kind of hard to find one, but I finally found a tileable texture for a tire texture. So just Shift A here, go to texture and add an image texture. So now let's see, and open this, and let me just select my own pictures, and here it is. So now you have to duplicate this, Shift D, and put this down, and just hit here again and go to the normal one. I didn't add a roughness map, so I'm really sorry about that. I don't know, it was kind of hard for me to create all those maps for it. So let me change this one to non-color, and just add a bump node. Go to vector and then bump, and just put that in. So connect the color to the height and the normal to the normal, and then just change this one to 0.2. Leave it at that, and this one just connected to the color. So so now come over to this UV editing tab, and just select the picture, this one right here. So now this one, we need to unwrap it. But before you actually unwrap this one, you need to apply the mirror modifier. So let's just come here. I think I should drag this one up. So let's just apply it like here, and just leave it as so. So now we have all this like so. So now let's just unwrap this again. I made a mistake actually. So this is the one I unwrapped. So let's just do that again. So I mark here, select here, and then just U, then mark seam. That's how I got this. So A, and then U, unwrap this guy. So cancel this, U, and then just unwrap. So we have this. So now the lines are kind of bent on this side. So what I tried to find as much as possible a professional way of fixing this, but I couldn't. I tried all the styles of unwrapping, but none of them actually gave me what I want. But this was the closest to it. So I don't know if this matters, but I just did this. So scale X and then 0. Just leave it at, just pick each line at a time. So scale X and then 0. Continue, scale X 0. I think I should spin around this. Just carefully select each line, that's all. So now that we got that covered, we got our straight straight unwrapped stuff. So we need these bottom ones to be actually straight. So let's just scale and then Y 0. So now we have straight stuff. Well, I'm not sure if they actually need to be straight, but just do it. I don't care. Anyway, so hit A, rotate 90 degrees, and then just scale this guy up till you have it right where it needs to be. Scale GY, scale, and then just leave it as so. So now we're going to go to the material preview. So just hit Z and then go to material preview so we can see what we are doing. Okay, so this is looking pretty nice, pretty good. So next thing we want to do is, okay, we have that covered already. So there's nothing, I don't think there's anything much we need to do there. This is perfect the way it is. Nice. So now let's go to rendered view so we can actually see what we did. Okay, so let me just pick an HDRI here so we can do what we're doing. Just select environment texture and then open, so you can select the best HDRI that suits you. So I'm gonna go for autumn road. So this is looking pretty nice, but the thing about this car is, because the thing about this texture is that I made the normals by myself, so I didn't do it very well. The angle you're viewing the tire from wasn't correct, so it might look very kind of weird when you're looking straight at it. So what we're going to do here now is just shift this one back a little bit and shift A and add in go to converter and then hit the color ramp here, and let's just move this one back a bit like so, not too much, and then come back to this one. Okay, I think this one, yeah, just shift it to a full one, and I think that does it like so. Like I said, it looks weird, so don't even judge, but it looks good when in the final result. It kind of looks good, so don't even think about it. Anyways, so now I think we should move on to this one. This one was kind of a little bit more complex though. So now let's unwrap this. Okay, let's create a new material first, and new, I just call this sidewall, I guess. Just hit OK, and let's just start with that one and shift A, add in a texture and image texture. So now let's choose the picture that I left a link for you to download in the description. So let's just go, let's see, PNGs. Okay, so as you can see, I put two of the images in there for you guys, two of it. So that was for a reason, because I wanted to use one for a non-color stuff, but it refused to work, so I kind of just duplicated it and renamed it. So anyways, just follow up. Anyways, so let's put this one in and go to material preview. Okay, so now let's change this image here and to the ring. Where is the ring? Okay, that's it. So now let's select this one and then edit mode A and unwrap U. I think just unwrap it. Yeah, that does it. So A, select everything and then just scale this up, and just leave this side here, and then just select this outer wall and then just scale it up. Okay, the outer wall is actually 2, so let's zoom in, select the other one and scale. Oops, I did not select it. Come on. Oh, okay. I think the other one was overlapping it, so you kind of want to press Shift Z to select it both. What is going on? Ugh. Just select this manually. Like so. So that is done. So let's scale this one out to kind of fill in with this spot. So as you can see right here, it is having some problems with actually staying put. Scale this down a bit. Control I, Let me see if I can adjust this. Oh, okay, this is cool. Just put this down a bit. So as you can see, it is kind of repeating itself here. So just come down to the image texture and then just hit here and click on extend instead of that. What is it, extend? Clip. Oh yeah, I think clip was what I chose. I think we should adjust this a little bit. Let's make this one come down. Hit Control I, scale this. Let me see. Scale this I again. Control I again. Scale this. I guess Control I is what I should have pressed all along. Instead of selecting that, Control I, scale. Just bring this, make this pop a little. Okay, that looks good. So now instead of just being flat like this, wait, what is going on? Oh, okay, I remember the circle is kind of squashed. It's not really at the center. So let's just press A to select everything and then just move this to be appropriately at the center. So G, X, let's see. Check the bottom, top, bottom, and the top. Is it okay? Okay, yeah, I think this is perfect. Let's try clip. Oh, sorry. Let's try extend. Let's see how that does. Nope. Sorry. We'll use extend for the other one. So just hit on clip. So now, so after you put that in, you want to duplicate this, put it here, and then change. Before you change it, just hit this one and go to here and select the second image that has this basically the same thing. So just change this to non-color value. So now this repeat, just hit expand. Yeah, change it to expand and then Shift A, add a black and white. No, go to color and then what? Sorry, vector converter. Oh, go to converter and hit RGB to black and white. Put that in, smooth it back a bit. So now Shift A, add a color ramp. Put that in again and then Shift A, vector, and add in a bump node. Just put that in. So this was going in here and this is going in here. Let's adjust this one a bit to come somewhere around here and then invert this one, leave the strength at 1, connect the color to the height and then the normal to the normal. So let's see what we got. Okay, this is looking okay. The bump is kind of aggressive, but that is exactly what we want. So now after this we need to add like a tiny bumps on this one to make it more interesting. Let me just say that. So hit the principal BSDF, Shift D, duplicate it and just move it down. And now we need a mix node. So Shift A, sorry, mix shader. I think there are two different things. So mix shader, connect this one here. And for this one down here, we're going to need a bump node as usual. And a noise texture. Noise. Yeah, right here. And then Control T on this one if you have the Node Wrangler add-on enabled. So now add in a converter and then go to color ramp. Yeah, just those are all that we'll be needing. So this, we want to give it a pretty huge scale, like something like 2000. Yeah, let's see what we got. Okay, Control Shift and then click this one. Also Node Wrangler add-on. So this is very tiny. So now let's come back to this place and connect the objects to the vector. So now the size has kind of gone down a bit, kind of. So let's hit this one, Control Shift and click on this one. So now let's connect the factor to the factor and let's see what we got. Let's crunch this a little bit. So I think this size is a little bit too much. So 1500. Let's see if that will work. Not 15,000. Not 150. Okay. Yeah, this seems okay. Seems alright. So now let's connect the color to the height and then normal to the normal. So this one should be like 0.2 and then just leave it at that. So let's connect this in to the mix shader and let's see what we got. So this is kind of being messy. So now since we have a black and white mask from here, so now we can just connect that to the factor so it can help us separate it. So let's see how it is. Okay, cool. This is exactly what we wanted. So the stuff is still white because this one here is still white. So let's just drop the color down to black, something that actually matches the tire face. And let's drop the roughness a tiny bit, like so. So this is looking pretty good. So for me it's way better than actually just what I wanted to do before. At least now we have the names of whatever we need there. Wait, what is going on? So let me see. Change the clip. Oh, did I change the other one? Oh, okay, I didn't change it to clip. That is what we wanted to do, and change this one to expand. Okay, that fixes it. So now I think this is basically what we wanted to do. This is basically it. So if you want like a variation in roughness for this sidewall, that is not hard to do. All you need is another noise texture. So let's duplicate this one, bring it here, and I think we need a color ramp 2. Place this vector to the vector here, and then just connect the factor to the height. Sorry, to the factor, whatever. So now Control Shift click this one, and let's see what we got. So this is quite small, so let's just reduce the size. Let's see how 100 does. What? Tell me that's too much. Okay, let's just make the size quite huge, quite small actually. What? Why is it? It's not even getting any smaller. Wait, let's disconnect this first. See, it's squashed. Oh, okay. Let's just increase the scale till you have like even black and whites everywhere. Roughness or detail. Just play around with this till you have a nice even black and white. Might not be all perfect. Okay, this is kind of okay. This looks alright. And the detail, let's give it a little detail. Yeah, this is cool-ish. Let's bring this back a bit. Okay. So this can serve as a map for our roughness. So let's just connect this to the roughness and see how it looks. Well, when I tried this, it didn't really work well for me, so I kind of bashed it, but it's good generally. it's good. Anyways, let us continue. But for me, I'm gonna remove this. Doesn't really do much, so just gonna let this go like so, and leave the roughness at 0.4. Yeah, that is perfect. Anyways, by the way, this one it's kind of looking white and kind of looking weird. That's because of the normals. As you can see, if you're looking towards here, it looks like the stuff is very deep and it only works at an angle. If you look at it from a different angle, it looks like a white stuff covering it. So like I said, it was my mistake from creating the normal map. I couldn't really do that well with Photoshop, so well. Now let's move on to the second material. So let's duplicate this and call this thread 2, actually thread 2. Yeah, so this one is quite easy. So let's take everything and delete this. Let's delete everything here except the bump node. So let's turn this black. Yeah, pretty black, completely black. So Shift A, add in a noise texture, and Control T, that guy. Shift A, color ramp, and let's just connect those. And let me give this the object, and here color to the alpha, sorry, color to the height, and then let's see what we got. All that's left now is just increase the scale of this. Can't really remember what I used for mine, but it wasn't really too much, so we can get that sharp look from the Tyre, like say 50. 60. Okay, I think this is nice for that. Let me see. Let's bring this back a bit. Reduce this guy a little bit, like half, 0.5. And just the roughness. Let's see what we can do about that. Needs to be at least a little bit shiny, so let's just give it 0.4 again for this one, or 0.3. Yeah, for me this is quite okay. This is good. So if you're interested in the presentation I did, the backdrop and the rest, that is not really hard. Should I do it here? I'm not sure. So well, I think that's it, guys. So for me it's quite better than what I wanted to do before, better in general. So well, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. This was, I don't know, should I call it messy? Well, it was kind of okay for me, but I don't know about you guys. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.